All right, everybody. Welcome back for another one. And I wanted to start this video off taking a look at the Bitcoin chart because I haven't talked about it for a little bit. We're showing people how to use DeFi and talking about the future of money and what we have going on, what to expect. But let's take a look back at the charts because, as you guys know, I was talking about this Bitcoin chart, this pattern looking perfect. I thought that this is how it was going to play out. But I also wanted to talk about lessons learned right here, right? So it was almost identical, going right along with what we got here. And then instead of breaking down, it broke up, right? Some would argue that it's because we're in a bull market, so that's what you should expect. Don't fight the trend, right? But also, you cannot predict fundamental properties, right? Or media, right? News, how it plays into this stuff. So basically, where this chart parted ways in the pattern was when we had Elon Musk, Tesla, announcing that they were buying Bitcoin for their balance sheet. So we probably have more of these coming, right? But at this point, I don't think people need much more reassurance that we are moving into a crypto future and that Bitcoin is leading the charge, right? So wanted to talk about how this also affected a trade idea of me negatively. So with Riot blockchain, right, I think I sold probably around $24. I exited my position. Obviously, you can see it's almost double since then, just off of this Bitcoin news, all right? But I also wanted to emphasize that even though I might be upside down on this trade, you have to look at the big picture. So at this point, even if Riot continues to run another 10 times what it is, it's going to get all the way to $460. Well, that's only 10x at this point, whereas there's probably better opportunity to get that somewhere else. I could be wrong. I just think Bitcoin is going to be more of a slow creep at this point as far as percentage returns compared to the rest of the crypto space. Okay, so even if Bitcoin were to get up over 100,000, that would barely be like 100% returns. But even though if it's up over 100,000, I think Riot is going to be going crazy. We'll see what happens. But ultimately, I just wanted to present this to you guys because I want to say that I'm not perfect. Nobody is, and you shouldn't expect yourself to be perfect, and nor should you kick yourself for taking profits, right? Because I took probably almost 50x, maybe 30-ish x at this point. I don't remember exactly what my IRA looked like, but massive returns off of Riot. I was happy that even though there might be more upside, I ultimately think there's better returns to be had elsewhere. And where did I move the money? I moved it over into the Ethereum Grayscale Trust because I'm anticipating Ethereum to continue to have a big run. I'm not sure why it's cooling down so much right now, but wait until Ethereum gets some big news. Like Ethereum is next in line, guys. There's no need to over speculate it. Mostly the entire crypto ecosystem right now is built on Ethereum in one way or another, or it's a copy of Ethereum. Now, do I think Ethereum has long-term sustainability? Not really, not in its current form. It hasn't showed the ability to scale. They're behind the curve. As I've mentioned, there is an Ethereum sidechain on Elastos. I think that's where Ethereum can benefit, still existing, right? The demand will still be there if you can start porting over to something that actually is scaled, and Elastos has done that. Whereas Cardano or Polkadot, these projects are making their platform off-ramps for Ethereum developers, basically, elsewhere to go. Whereas if you want to stay on Ethereum, you can move over to the Elastos sidechain. So we'll see how that plays out. I still think, at least for the rest of this year, my price target for Ethereum, minimum $10,000. It can definitely go probably over that. I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the year, but I think that's an easy target to reach, personally speaking. All right, so anyway, I moved some money there. I also moved it over into the Ethereum Classic Grayscale Trust. If you watch my Grayscale videos, you understand why, but ultimately we're seeing here we're getting above this downtrend we've been in for over a year now at this point. February last year, this downtrend was started. We're breaking above it. And quite honestly, looks like it dates back perfectly to June of 2019, exactly. So almost 2 years at this time. We're breaking it, getting across on the moving averages. I expect Ethereum Classic to continue to explode, and the same with DGAF. So this chart looks great. Like I said, this is the first time we're getting across on all the moving averages dating back to 2005 in this chart. In the last bull run, this traded as high as over $1 in the crypto bull run. Went from a low of 1 cent to over $1. Why can't it do that again, right? So here we are, pushing up to get over a cent. Next resistance is going to be around the 2.5, 3 cent area, and then from there up to 9 cents. I don't know. I don't see why I can't get to $1. And here we are, about 1 penny. So that's where I moved the funds. I'm upside down on the trade at the time being, but I'm saying for all of you guys, if you're inexperienced, do not go chasing green candles. If you decide to make a decision like this, stick with the fundamentals, stick with why you made the trade, and don't panic, right? Because think about it realistically on the back end. You think you can catch up? I think I can. And once I do, I will definitely take my position back. But I would even say now, a lesson learned for me is I was going to take only 50% at the time, and I did. And then I decided to do the full 100% of all my Riot shares. So 50-50 is a good measure. If you're not quite confident in it, hey, why not just say it on both sides? All right. That's it for the TA. Just wanted to show you some more traditional market stuff. I'm bullish on these because there's very little, right? So I think there's going to be demand flooding into these grayscale trusts and these very few crypto related stocks because, say they're announcing that they have it on crypto on their balance sheet and so forth for DGAF for one. And the Ethereum grayscale trust, once they get demand from institutional investors, well, they have to go buy Ethereum on the market. And what that does, it causes the price of Ethereum to go up. It's going to perform just like the Bitcoin grayscale trust, in my opinion. All right, moving on to the news. So a few pieces today that you guys just need to see if you haven't seen it already. There's no reason to be bearish right now on pretty much any crypto, to be quite honest. So MasterCard is going to let merchants accept payments in crypto this year, specifically crypto. So previously, MasterCard supported limited cryptocurrency transactions through its crypto card partners WireX and Uphold, but those programs only cover payment, not settlement. The coins are converted to fiat currency well before reaching the merchant, but now they will be able to conduct their business beyond the bounds of the fiat system. So it's going to be the ability to settle these payments in crypto. All right, so this is obviously massive. If you need any more signs of mass adoption, I don't know what to tell you. We are here. All right, and also segueing out of this, they had emphasized an article down here. All right, anyway, so previously speaking, MasterCard had released this article in October of 2019 talking about their principles they're expecting out of these blockchain partnerships, right? So they want the project to be able to provide strong consumer protection, including privacy and security for the consumer's information and transactions. Here's this term again, right? Level playing field. So they expect the product or company crypto related to deliver a level playing field for all stakeholders, including but not limited to financial institutions, merchants, and mobile network operators to contribute and benefit from the blockchain networks. And they need to operate in full compliance with all applicable laws and regulations, including those applicable to any anti-money laundering and consistent with the economic systems of the countries the networks operate in, right? What else did they indicate? So just today in this article that came out, segueing off of that, they also said that what they expect to mostly come out of this is the use of stable coins on their platform. And then they said, while stable coins are more regulated and reliable than in the recent past, many of hundreds of digital assets in circulation still need to tighten their compliance measures so they won't meet our requirements. So this is referring to what cryptos they're going to offer on their platform, right? And they said they expect consumers and the ecosystem as a whole will start to rally around the crypto assets that offer reliability and security. It's those very same stablecoins that we expect to bring into our network. What standards, once again, do they expect? Privacy and security, and that they need to comply with strict compliance protocols, including know your customer and also anti-money laundering. So why am I talking about this? Well, as you know, USDC, I think, is going to be the first one on MasterCard. It's the card used on Coinbase. And not only that, right? What am I getting at? Well, it just moved to Stellar. So USDC is on Stellar. It's going to be offered on MasterCard very soon. So obviously that's bullish for Stellar, because in order to transact with the network, you have to buy the Lumen in one way or another. So it's coming, guys. Stellar Lumens is going to be all part of this system connected with MasterCard. Expect USDC to be one of the first cryptos offered on there. Definitely. All right. Another mass adoption article. BNY MELLON to offer Bitcoin services. A validation of crypto from a key bank in the financial system. Bank of New York Mellon, the nation's oldest bank, said Thursday that it will begin financing Bitcoin and other digital currencies. It will eventually allow digital currencies to pass through the same financial network it currently uses for more traditional holdings like U.S. Treasury bonds and equities. All right. Obviously, you get it. Not much else to say here. I just wanted to give you a few news pieces that we are here. We made it. We are at mass adoption. And stuff like this, if you're mainly XRP or Stellar right now, if you're bearish on Bitcoin as far as a sustainability standpoint, stuff like this should assure you that, at least for the time being, Bitcoin's going to be around for a while. All right, because these BNY Mellon and MasterCard are most likely going to offer Bitcoin because it's the crypto that everyone identifies with. And when platforms like this are adopting something, expect friendly regulations, at least for a while moving forward. So actually anything KYC, AML, so that's going to be Stellar, XRP, Hedera Hashgraph, and obviously USDC is on Stellar. So all of those are definitely going to comply with these KYC stuff that's coming out. And yep, we've made it. That's about all I got for you today. Hope that was informative. As always, please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.
What is a cashless society? What does it actually mean in a literal or high-level sense?
Money will become like these, relics of a different age, and will only be found in places like this. In other words, hard cash will disappear. It will become electronic, transferred by things like these.
Then Tracy is in Beijing to show us what a nearly cashless society actually looks like. Ben, good morning.
Mobile payment transactions in China reached a cumulative total of 277.4 trillion RMB in 2018, ranking #1 in the world, according to the recently released statistical report on internet development in China. As of June 2019, online payment users in the country reached 633 million. The cashless society is now approaching.
When's the last time you paid with cash? Well, chances are cash has taken a backseat to the plastic in your wallet and smartphone pay apps.
Denver 7's Ryan Luby explains the digital pay revolution and why not everyone is on board.
The cashless society, the cashless society.
The cashless society.
The cashless society is now approaching.
The cashless society.